Hey, what's up, guys? This mental stimulant, the Divine Empress. I'm coming through for a moment to express something that has been placed on my heart to give understanding on sometimes when we're in the midst of trials and tribulations. Sometimes, it's not just about, things going bad because we're being punished by the Creator. A lot of times things that we go through, we're going through for various reasons. In this life, we're meant to learn, we're meant to evolve, we're meant to be better. And it's the will that the Creator has for us. I've realized that a lot of times when things go bad or we're in a bad period altogether, we always think that we're being punished. And some we just might, But let me share some understanding with you. A lot of times, nothing that we go through is by accident, I've noticed that the Creator works in such a way where it's kind of like killing three birds with one stone. There's several things that are meant to come about any situation, especially when things that we deem as bad is going on. Now I'm going to be as transparent as possible. Sometimes, yes, we are being punished because a lot of us fall in love with this 3D reality, the labels, the cars, the material, tangible things, and a lot of us coming into this lifetime are meant to stand in purpose. We're meant to do great things that's supposed to glorify God, and in our period of being in our low vibrational energy, sometimes we fall in love with those things to where we don't want to be better. We don't want to change. We don't want to do what the Creator deems as the right thing, to live the right way. Think of it from a parent aspect. The only thing a parent wants for their child is to be good, to be great, to have a happy, healthy life. Imagine being a parent and you watching your child drugging and just in the slums, but it's by their own hand. That gotta be heartbreaking. So look at it from the Creator's point. You don't want your child drugging and just tearing their temple down, putting themselves in compromising positions and doing away with morals and integrity, just willing to do any and everything to hold on to these tangible things or to even acquire these tangible things. A parent that loves you is not going to want to watch that happen to their child. So we must view God in that same way. We have free will, but God is only going to allow us to wallow in our mess but so long. Especially if you have a big purpose on your life, a reason for you really being here. Like, this is life school, like a Monopoly board. This is not really a game. This is for us to evolve into our higher selves, to be walking testaments to God's good grace. And a lot of us are not living up to what He sees for us, or she sees for us. A lot of us are stuck in low vibrational energy, caught up in this 3D reality that is not real. It's simply an obstacle course, I like to think. The people that we come across in life, even down to our family, we have to remove these titles. We have a good side and a bad side. And to be truthfully honest, opposition is always around us. And most times the opposition is right in our face and we negate to see it. See, sometimes some of us are placed here to free our lineage from generational curses, which could be, a life of prostitution, a lineage of whores, alcoholics, abusers, just, the unfavorable types, you know. Just think about it. Everybody in your family, we all share one thing. We all subjected to the same type of energies. There's always one person in the family strung out. There's always one in the family that's a thief and you can't lay nothing around. You always got one that's sick with sexual natures that really cannot differentiate the difference between right and wrong. As far as, for example, and I don't say this to trigger anybody, I say it for context. You may have that one person in the family that's of age to know better, that's touching on their niece, nephew, whoever. This is an energy. Everybody has one of these people in their family. And a lot of people, due to shame, brush it under the rug. That is not how we heal. We have to collectively stand up and say, no, wrong is wrong. We are not accountable for each other's actions. We're accountable for our own actions. But there is a such thing of leading by example. We should not condone each other's mess because it all just have us lagging behind. I'm getting a little bit away from my point. And I'm simply talking about this karma thing, With karma, it's good and bad. I don't really see any of it being bad, even when we're being punished, because it's to break us out of those bad things that we cling to. It's to clean us up and make us better. Because just think of it this way. If you suffer enough, you'll let go of something. At least that's supposed to be the point. Some of us are very stubborn. Very stubborn. And we buy into our own mess sometimes. But one way or another, God's will be done. We have no control. We have free will. But in my opinion, your free will ain't really free will because you're going to do it the hard way or the easy way. It's up to you. But God's will be done. So a lot of times when we cling to addictions, we cling to things that hold no value, we're doing nothing but stagnating our own progress and probably causing catastrophe for others along the way, all in which has heavy consequences behind it. I was brought upon this because, I have always been the type of person to do things the right way. I have been raised up that way. So it's kind of that thing of you raise a child up in a way and they won't depart from it. This is why you have a lot of people who have been doing things so long and wallowing in their filth so long because it's a way of life to them. This is how they've been raised up. So it's hard to break these habits. Even with me, I had this false sense of reality that, if I do everything the right way, everything should be smooth. And then when it's not, I'm angry because I'm like, I do things the right way. I act with integrity, My perspective has changed so much to where, even in the bad times, I have to say, and I heard someone say this before, God, what am I supposed to learn from this? What am I not seeing? What am I doing wrong? We have to be conscious enough to ask those questions. Did I go left and I should have went right? We have to face ourselves and pick apart down to the core everything that is not just within ourselves. Because no one will lay in these beds that we make for ourselves but us. You can't grab on and cling on to mom. You can't cling on to these lovers, these addictions. That shit is not going to help you. The true help comes when you stand corrected and face the Creator and give up your will. Lord, what will you have for me to do? How can I change my life and live it in such a manner to where it's pleasing to you? You know, because even in these things, when we see things as being bad and we're going through turmoil, God is always there. He's always there. But it just may not look the way that we think it should look. All of this stuff is a facade. True understanding comes from you internally and having that relationship with the Creator. Otherwise, we just keep running in circles, chasing our tails, even when, you know, we build up, we acquire all these things are going smoothly. Some of us get such egos to where, oh, I did this is my doing. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're in your low vibrational energy, that stuff is fleeting anyway. It's a trick of the devil. Because some of us can become so big-headed that we can't be told nothing. We feel like, oh, I know everything. You can't tell me anything. I can't be taught nothing. If you're not learning anymore, your time here on this earth is done. So never get so beside yourself to think that you know everything. Because most times, even me, I think that I have experienced so much. I thought that I knew everything. I have experienced everything. Reality is I don't know anything. I'm learning every day. You know, I'm becoming more and more in touch with myself. You know, a lot of people that have woken up on my timeline, on my period, we seem to realize one thing. A lot of us didn't like being by ourselves. We couldn't be alone because we were running from ourselves. We didn't want to face ourselves and be accountable and hold our own selves to being accountable for the things that we knew we had no business doing. Because everyone, I don't care who you are, even if you were taught the wrong things, there's something internally, your higher self, that knows right and wrong. Most times when we do wrong, we have these little inclinations, I shouldn't do that. Yet we go with our move most times because our ego is bigger than that voice inside of us that tell us don't do it. You can't be told nothing. All that does is stagnate our life and tax on karma and other lessons that we have to learn. Because again, like I said, one way or the other, his will be done. And we're going to either do it the hard way or the easy way. But I want to say that I'm thankful for learning. I'm thankful for just understanding how having the bare necessities, being able to bathe, being able to look in a clean mirror and wash your face, being able to have privacy, to have a moment alone to yourself to think, to be able to go out and smell a clean air, to have all of your limbs, to have consciousness to understand. All of these things is a blessing because we are not guaranteed anything. God don't owe us nothing. He don't owe us anything. Yeah, he wants everything for us. He wants us to live these prosperous, happy lives that includes healthy families, watching our children grow, seeing parts of ourselves that we were unable to see from a child's eyes. You can only see that looking at your children. These are things that are the true blessings. But when you have toxicity, stressors, and things of these natures and the wrong perspective on life, you don't really get to see the big picture of things. You don't really get to enjoy anything. Now, I'm not going to say that, I face times when I'm upset, you know, because it's not easy. It's very hard to do the right thing when it's so easy to do the wrong thing. You have to consciously make a decision like, yo, I'm accountable for me. I'm going to put myself in check every time. I don't care how someone else conduct themselves. I don't conduct myself like everyone else. I strive to be like no one but myself. And that's also something that I see as a problem. A lot of people seek this validation from other people. Why? These people are not responsible for your day-to-day. What they think of you is not going to get you far in life. What you think of you, what the Creator thinks of you is what's going to get you far in life. And when we let go of control of this idea that we're in control of our lives, that sounds crazy saying it, but we're not. The Creator is in control. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you see. Everything that happens is preordained. Now you can choose to go left when you're supposed to go right. You will get your ass spanked. And you'll have that moment where, damn, I should have did this. Damn, I knew I should have did that. I knew I shouldn't have did this. Yeah. I don't care who you are. You done had them moments when you knew better, yet you didn't do better. But, it's all good because it still gets you where you need to go once you let go of control. Lord, I'm thankful for this good air. Such a beautiful day, man. It ain't cold. The children are out and playing. I get so excited seeing children in their innocence, really just enjoying playing in dirt, for goodness sake. How can you not see the beauty in that? Even seeing, couples walking around and they actually smiling with each other. You know how beautiful that is? Because most people, they don't walk together. They don't hold hands. They don't like talking to each other. They annoyed by every word that the other person utters. Like, man, sometimes we put ourselves in the most harsh positions. And a lot of time our ego make us stay there. Because a lot of people get in these relationships and they can't break up because they don't want people to think, oh, that motherfucker ain't no good, or look at her, she can't even keep a man. Fuck what they think. And I say that loud, fuck what they think, because this be the biggest problem that get in our way. We care too much about what other motherfuckers think. And excuse my profanity, but that's passion, because I mean that. Half of these people that we care so much about what they think of, their life is in turmoil behind the scenes. Yeah, they button up and all this stuff for the public, but you go inside them four walls where they dwell and it's filth. Filth in a way of happiness. There ain't no happiness there. Yeah, you putting on for this motherfucker like they something special. All of us have the same 24 hours. Ain't none of us better than the other. So let's get that out the way. I don't care what you got. Because I'm sure that every one of us have heard before. A lot of these people be having everything. And you always say, all that money you got, how are you miserable? It's an eternal thing. Not being able to be who you are because you putting on for other people. You living for everybody else. So how can you enjoy that? You are for entertainment. Life isn't meant to be for entertainment. This is real life. So no matter what your situation is, Sometimes God tears everything down. When he's calling you to stand in your purpose, like, okay, it's time to put that down. Some people tighten up right away. Some people hear when God say, okay, enough is enough. We've been doing this too long. We supposed to be here in life. We supposed to be doing this in life. We're not supposed to be doing the same thing we excuse me, doing 10 years ago. Where's the progress? Sometimes God get tired of the mess and say, look, it's time for you to clean it up. Now, when we give in and we say, okay, God, I hear you, let's go. It may seem like in that period that you're under punishment, because everything that was built upon a faulty foundation has to be torn down. Has to be torn down. Those jobs that you clung to because this is how I feed my family, but you hate going to every day. Oh, he gonna take that job away from you because it doesn't bring you happiness. That relationship that you're in and feel like you're drowning every day, you dread going home. You can't even really enjoy your children because you hate the person you're in this cohabitation with that feels like a cell. He's going to tear it apart. He's going to make sure those people that mean you no good around you are vital in it being torn apart. And most times we still try to cling to them and put duct tape on them when he's saying, no, that's not what I said. That is not the person that I created for you. And as long as you're with that person, I can't give you the person you really deserve. That's your match. That's going to show you a different side of love to where you don't feel like you're in bondage. But if you clinging on to the chains that got you in bondage, how can that person come? Like, we got to stop standing in our own way and let this shit fall, because it's not meant to be there. Anything that departs from you or is torn down, God is saying, no, that's not what I gave you. That's not what's for you. That's not your portion. We make mistakes. We go and create children and foundations with people we were never even intended to be with. Our low vibrational selves put us with those people. When we hear the call that it's time to clean it up, like God has better for us, it's time for us to do better, it's time to go in a different direction, all that stuff must be done away with. So, the quicker you change your perspective and let go of clinging on. And I'm not even saying that it may be easy, because we've been accustomed and programmed a certain way. So letting go will seem hard. Not being tricked by a cute face and a nice physique. That may be hard to tame our lower selves. But it has to be done. That's the work that each and every one of us have to do. If we're addicted to alcohol, you have to be accountable and say, nah, I'm not doing this. This stuff is tearing up my liver. I'm getting older. It's not doing my body no good. I'm trashing my temple. You have to say, okay, I'm ready. And those days are going to come, man. Fuck this. I'm going to go get me a drink. You have to say no. Yeah, talk to yourself like, nah, we not doing that. Oh, I'm about to go smoke. Nah, I'm not doing that. I got X amount of dollars. My dollars could go to something that's more healthy for my temple. You know, that chick that's smiling up in your face, smelling all good, big old booty. You have to say, nah, I won't be distracted by women or men. Because this flesh will keep you in bondage and have you to make a whole bunch of mistakes. Later on, you regretting, damn, I wish I didn't do that. Why did I do that? That's because we don't hold ourselves accountable and we go for immediate gratification most times. And when it's immediate, I promise you, that's not what you want. It's not what you want. Because 9 out of 10, you're going to get that whole pregnant. And you're going to realize all them layers of that, what had your attention. You're going to look at that shit and be like, this wasn't nothing but dressed up trash. Now you done yoked yourself with this person. And y'all don't even like each other. Y'all got these children or child together that y'all don't even share the same ideals on how you want your children to be raised. You know what I'm saying? You gotta also be aware of the people that egg your bullshit on. Do they really care about you? Like, for real. Because most of us don't really even understand what love really is. Because I promise you, a person that loves you ain't gonna watch you crash out. A person that loves you ain't gonna tell you go cheat on your spouse. A person that loves you is not gonna let you go get in your car after y'all been drinking or getting high all night. Come on, man. And if they trash in their life, how can they hold you accountable? How can they be good for you? You gotta look at these things. If everybody in your circle ain't holding you accountable, they egging on your bullshit, that's not your circle, man. You'll be surprised what they say behind your back. That dude a fool, he crazy as shit. I wouldn't have did that. But when you was doing it, they was egging it. Yeah, she fine and shit, man. Your wife ain't gonna know. Yeah, we gotta stay away from them people, because it be so much behind the scenes. Like, them people be egging you on to fuck up your home because they like, shit, he got a bad joint at home. If she leave him, shit, I'm trying to shoot my shot. You be surprised what these dudes be saying to your lady behind your back, and she don't want to tell you because she don't want the drama that's going to come behind it, you know? Or vice versa. Because you got sisters, cousins that will walk around. We seen Players Club. You seen how Shorty did Shorty in her house walking around her panties around her man? And what happened? We be having people like that around us all the time. We call them sis, bruh, cuz, and all this shit. And they plotting to take your spot. I'm just saying. We gotta let go of this false perception of things, man. We gotta let go of wanting to be in control. Because we're not in control. And even if you're facing your darkest times, or even if you decide, look, I'm going to get in alignment, I'm going to be closer to God, things will be very hard. Very hard. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. Because you have to shed away all those bad things that you were taught. All the wrong ways you was conditioned to think was normal. You have to shed those layers. And if it's all you've known, it's going to be very hard. It's going to be hard to wrap your mind around it. But that's what shows your fortitude and your strength. Are you going to be like the masses, or are you going to stand alone? And even while you're going through these things, you're going to be ridiculed. People going to talk about you. They're going to laugh at you behind your back and in your face. But do you care what they think? This is really what separates the men from the mice, so to speak. If you are going for anything, then you doing yourself a disservice. If you not going to stand up for yourself and say, look, I want a better life for myself. I want to be healthy. I want to truly be happy. Not this facade where you hate getting up in the morning. You hate facing your day. That's not happiness. If you feel like that, starting your day, there's things wrong with it. Or if you wake up because you got some cutty last night and you in a great mood, but it's fleeting, something is wrong there. If you don't rush to get home to your spouse after work, like you spend your day thinking, I wonder what they doing, I wonder what they ate for lunch, you're not excited about going home. Something is wrong there. I promise you that's not the person for you. Because people say it's cliche, nothing is perfect. No, nothing is perfect, but the love don't just leave. If the love just leave, the desire for that person just leaves, it was false. A facade. Time to do inventory, people. It's time for us to face ourselves. Hey, I love y'all so much. I know I've been long-winded. I'm out.